The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. Right
I always laugh.
I've been nailing it lately. And look who we have with us, Artie Januario.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me.
No. You're here a
You're
lot.
already announced. You're part of the announcement.
Yeah. You got announced.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember our old show would be Kathy Holtshouser, Rick Carter, and the funniest guy in the world, Tony V.
And the famous Tony V.
Yeah.
And then he'd just look out the window and we'd do all the heavy lifting.
Sure. You still haven't introduced me.
Oh,
It's
Go
all
ahead.
about Kathy.
All
That's
right,
why.
it is.
This is-
I thought I got it out. Go ahead.
it's
You-
the famous comedian / pharmacist, our famous pharmacist favorite, Artie Januario.
So happy to be here.
I have seen Artie Januario for the last 4 or 5 nights.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, we
We're-
work
where were
together
you?
a lot.
We're gay.
Oh, you didn't work together?
No.
Just play together?
No, we're getting
Okay.
ready for our old age where we live together.
I can picture the two of you sitting
yeah.
around in a rocker.
Yeah.
He said something one time the other day. He said, I don't think we, he goes, we don't need to talk.
Right, we're going someplace.
I said,
And he
like
goes,
we're
"What's up?" Right.
an old married couple.
Right.
You know
He
what I'm
goes,
saying?
I'll
Well,
meet
yeah,
you
we
there.
don't-
I'll meet you there at 7:30. I go, what's it matter? We don't talk anyway.
I know.
So,
about
Rick,
that
we should
comfort
try
level.
that.
I know.
It's
I know,
much
I
better
know.
that way.
So there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
comfort level where you're just not even talk
Exactly.
at all.
We could sit for hours.
Hours and nuts.
And still enjoy each other's
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
Really?
I swear to God.
You know,
I swear to
and
God.
driving with Artie is like driving with my wife.
Okay.
Because they're the kind of drivers that drive out loud.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I drive and I'm cognizant.
But there's like a
and-
commentary every
Yeah.
time.
Look at this guy. Where's he going? Oh, he's taking a. Watch
this
out!
guy
You want to
going?
get in that lane.
wanna be in the left
we're
lane?
gonna
Yeah.
You
I
got to
don't
take a
think
right
this
up there. I got the
guy's
GPS on. I know where I'm going. And he's going. Nah, this guy.
Oh, my God.
Why is he changing lanes now? Look
I
at
would
this
kill
one.
him.
Look at this one in the right-hand lane. Look at him.
So all the stuff
No,
people
no, no.
usually thinking,
Right.
it's like
And-
bubbles on top
You're
of his
like,
head.
Artie, I have my GPS
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And then he
And-
keeps doing the commentary.
And I say to my wife, and I've said this to Artie too, I go, you know, when you're not with me, I end up getting places and home. You see me
All by myself.
all by myself.
You have to be a co-pilot. If you're sitting shotgun,
Yeah.
you have to mention
Or not.
Are
things.
you a good shotgun driver then?
Oh, yeah.
No, clearly not.
It sounds
No,
like
I
he
am.
thinks he is.
I would
Oh, yeah.
smash him over the head with my
I'm
GPS
just see
phone.
driving with her.
Yeah, no.
She pretends she has the brake and
Yeah.
gas pedal at the
And-
same
and-
time.
Oh, gee.
We had to think we were traveling, and then we hit that wall of traffic, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had to hit the brakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Hard, and they
Yeah.
they
Oh,
locked
did he stop
up.
on the brakes too?
No, but they locked up, and he said nothing. I go, that you don't say anything. I go, I was paying attention.
That you let go.
That you say nothing.
About 5 minutes later, I go, hey, your brakes work well.
That's when you were able to talk
Yeah,
again, right?
yeah.
My hat was up in my...
No,
Where were you guys-
Rick,
where were you
Rick makes
driving?
me nervous because he goes from one lane to the next lane to the next lane to the next lane. I go, are you watching what you're doing? I got my brake going.
I was, right?
Yeah, of
I mean,
course. You know what you're doing, you
I can
get there.
I'm like Tony.
Right.
I can get there even if you weren't in the car.
Sure, it happens every day.
Except for
All on my own.
Except for the one state trooper that says, or the judge goes, if I
Oh,
ever
yeah.
see you back here,
Oh yeah, you
ever
you gotta
again.
have
I was
fun.
going to get sworn in as a New Hampshire attorney.
Yeah.
I got pulled over because I was putting my clothes
He
on.
was dressing in the car.
I wanted to
that.
look good.
Sure.
And he
you know?
wasn't looking
I had
behind
one of
him.
the big vans, and the girl,
There've
there was a
been-
female state
Yeah.
trooper. She goes, I've been following you so long, I was going to have to call in others to get you. I go, ooh.
And she goes, where are you going in such a hurry? He goes, I'm going to get sworn in at the New Hampshire bar. And she's like, I'm a New Hampshire attorney. And that was the end of that.
Yes.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But hey, before we get started, we got some nice little gifts. From
Our friend Artie.
He's a nice
And there's
guy.
a lot of thought went into
Cleaning
this.
out my cellar.
Oh, don't say
Don't
that
we
part.
tell them?
And I thought of you guys.
Trash.
Trash that I can't get rid of.
But look at Tony. Do you have a cassette player?
I do not. Who's that?
Al
Al
Martino.
How old is
Yeah.
he
Johnny
now?
Fontaine.
About
Johnny Fontaine. yeah.
95 about now.
Also sang the theme song to Blazing Saddles.
Oh, really?
Rode the
What?
blazing saddle.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, that's a good little trivia.
86. Okay.
All right, what'd you get? Pick out one of your favorites.
I got some sort of vibrator.
No, it's a drug.
It's
It says Prozac on the side.
why is it buzzing?
The cover comes off.
All right, my next favorite is turkey gravy.
No, it's a
It's only
highlighter.
Yeah.
It's only. It probably doesn't work.
Turkey gravy's only expired
when,
4 years.
When did it expire? Exactly, I know.
4 years.
But the best one is I got Aerosol Protect You AIDS Against Attacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
the primary reason
That's
why.
right. There's pepper spray.
What if
Yeah.
this was worth like $1 million? It's a 007
Well, then you
car.
give it back.
No. Too
No,
late.
I like Rick's. This is his favorite one.
I love that one.
It's a HDMI cord.
Look at that. I got a calculator.
I do too. Want to see mine?
You
It
know,
slides open.
Can you remember the time?
Oh, that's a good. That's a
nice.
You're not getting it.
analytical
You're not getting it. I hope
calculator.
this is a Texas
It
Instruments.
has
It is. Look at
sines
that.
and cosines.
No, those
This
are.
is worth about $2,500. I don't want to tell you that. But
I got a rock.
No, you got a
Wait.
special ashtray.
I got a
Tony.
vibrator too.
why did I get a pencil? I know everything's random, but
And I got.
As long as it's not your vibrator,
Look
you're
what I
fine.
got.
Oh, some dice.
Ooh.
I got a nice ashtray that someone
Handmade
made.
by the
I
Humjua
got
Indians in southeast Arizona.
Nice.
Oh,
I
I
was
got-
there doing peyote mushrooms with the shaman once. He says, do you smoke? I said, no, I don't smoke. He goes, well, I have this ashtray that I made, and it's 87 cents. I said, well, will you take $1? He says, I don't have any change. I said, but then he gave me the change, and it's in
It's
Rick's
in my box.
Yeah,
My
it's in
box.
somebody's box.
My box.
I got a nice cigar cutter with Artie's initials on it.
Art.
I got a lock
you
with
got a
no
lock,
key.
No key, so don't
so what was
close
your
it.
idea? You're going to go commit some crimes and drop somebody
Yeah, I'm gonna go commit some
and leave.
minor
have a-
But
felony.
hold on,
You have
I
a
got.
hanger.
I know,
got.
thank you. I needed a... I have a coat hanger.
Look at what I got. I got
A bar of soap that
bar
I
of
stole
soap.
from the hotel.
Oh my God.
I got a-
Thank
And
you.
in case I ever hurt myself, I'm going to
A
be
finger
ready.
spring. You
I
can
need
never
that. I
find
need
those.
that.
You can never find a finger
I
spring.
need that.
It's
Oh.
specifically made for your
Oh,
middle
this is the
finger.
cool. Look at this.
tape
That's
measure.
awesome.
Hey,
That's
Good
awesome.
stuff. This is good
Oh, you
stuff.
but you got earpods.
Ridiculous.
I got
isn't it?
earpods.
Because Bella
You need
Bella
it for this one.
chewed
I
up.
know. Oh, good.
His
Here's your
earpod.
change, Artie.
No,
There you
that's
go.
That's okay. That's
very
part of the gift.
valuable
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And I feel bad. We didn't really get you anything.
Oh
but-
no, I'm going to clean out my basement.
That's all. So bring in your basement surprises.
I will. Thank you,
That
Artie,
might
for
be
being
something
so.
to think of for this is
being
a nice,
so,
this is such
generous.
a nice thing. We'd love. That's why we love having you on. This is
Can I
our
just
holiday
have
special.
the rubber band back, though?
No.
I need-
No, that was the most expensive thing in the whole gift.
Kath, your vibrator's a little bit bigger than mine.
I know. I traded. Oh, I got my calculator. Hold on.
She has more areas to vibrate.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hello.
So, all right. So we're not going to get a lot of work done today.
Well, no, we're gonna get a lot of
It's
work
a holiday week.
Right.
Holiday.
So nobody wants to hear about rates. No one
No.
cares about the market.
Although rates are coming down a little
They
bit.
are coming down.
They
a little
are.
Yeah,
bit. And
a
there's
little
more-
bit.
there's
So now
more-
they're 9%.
Yeah, there's more
Well,
inventory.
listen, you Miss Pessimist.
There's more inventory as well.
There is.
Yes, there's a little more inventory.
Yeah, people are thinking that they might have missed the gravy train.
Yeah.
Artie was right. We're not going to be able to get all this back in that we originally took out.
I did. Look at me.
Oh, nice.
And I was able
You know-
to give.
Well, you're going to have to put the band
Okay.
on.
Do you know that's a TV show I want to get started? It's called Put This Back. And all you do, this is the whole premise of the TV show. You get the CEO of every company, like, you know, Coleman Tents.
Yeah.
And you unpack the tent.
Yeah.
And you say to the CEO, just put it back.
Yeah.
That's all I want
You're
you
right,
to do.
it comes in a nice
you have
little
a
thin bag.
You have a half hour. to put that tent back in the bag it came.
I have a contestant for you.
Yeah, yeah.
The
No,
owner,
you're right. You
the
have a
owner
little
of-
box, and everything comes out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No one can do it.
No. This is why I'm saying. I
But,
want to get the CEOs
we
to see what we have to put up with.
We bought for Christmas, my spouse,
Yeah.
bought a 7-foot Santa that
Oh,
came
yeah.
in a 4-foot box.
Yeah.
Is it? Don't tell me it's up in front of your house.
Is it a
It
blow-up
is.
one?
No, you pull it, but then
put
you
'em-
stop pulling it.
So you
pull it
have
up.
a multi-million-dollar house in Reading with a 7-foot
So this
Santa
is what
in
happened,
front of it.
and I hope they're not watching me. We have some neighbors right across the street. We must have put in about $10,000 worth of lights.
Right.
And they had
trying to keep
they
up
had
with
a
the Joneses?
They had a crew. They must have cost them $5,000 to put the lights even up.
Sure.
Wow.
So my wife just got a little, I guess,
Jealous.
jealous, and she went to Walmart, bought a $28 Santa Claus. Yeah,
Beautiful.
We're gonna kick some ass.
That's all.
I think it's going to take more than a $28 Santa Claus.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
You gotta
didn't-
start somewhere,
And
but
it
it
probably
starts.
didn't cost $28.
Just put up a Hanukkah
saying.
thing with the candles, and it's like, oh, forget him.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Put up a menorah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Well, we could try to find the pumpkin that Jimmy Dunn and Tony
yeah.
sailed off
It's
in. and
floating. It's floating in
still
the Atlantic
floating.
somewhere.
You know it's
Probably
still
in
floating.
Finland now.
That was one of my favorite stories ever.
How big did that get?
The pumpkin?
Yeah, yeah.
It was 867 pounds.
No.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
And that's when I said to Jimmy, goes, we'll just leave it here. I go, if somebody bumps into this, it's going to be hard to explain that it's someone else's pumpkin. Is that your pumpkin? No, it must be somebody else. Must have put an 867-pound pumpkin in the
They
ocean.
must have dropped
Yeah, I know. They're everywhere. They just grow. I don't
Deniability.
Yeah, yeah,
Just see
I
how
don't-
good you are.
I don't know.
How do you know it's mine? It might be someone else's pumpkin.
pumpkin.
So we thought today we'd have some question and answers and maybe some faux pas about Thanksgiving dinner. and-
yeah.
Do you want to start the first one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's a simple truth.
Go
Number
ahead.
one.
Yeah.
Lovers help each other undress before sex. Oh, should we do a
Yeah,
trigger?
that- no,
What's that got to do with Thanksgiving?
Well, it's a
doesn't-
dressing of the turkey.
Maybe.
It's the undressing of the
People
turkey.
have sex around Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
time.
because
With
they're
the
happy.
turkey?
Yeah. Yeah, with the turkey.
I'm not using that gravy.
I'm not using that turkey.
That's the point of me
My-
just saying 5 words.
My, this bird is moist.
There goes the M word.
12 minutes in, you got the moist word in.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
nice.
is just a life lesson
ahead.
that everyone should think about when they're thinking about being grateful.
I
And
think at some point you undress your lover.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But after sex, they always dress on their own.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
true.
moral of
Well,
the
yeah, nobody wants to help put clothes on.
No.
What's the point of that?
Right?
So the moral of the story is, in life, no one helps you once you've been screwed.
Ah, it was a joke.
It was a life. It was a
A
life.
life
It's a
lesson.
life
I like that
lesson.
one. Wow.
So don't be tricked, people.
Right.
I love that.
Right.
I love that.
Yep.
I love that. So, got any more? Or
I
should we
got
go
one
to
more.
faux pas?
No,
Okay.
and then I'm going to let you take over my show. The simple truth number 2.
Yeah.
When a woman is pregnant, all her friends touch her stomach and say, congratulations. But none go up to the man, touch his penis, and say, good job.
Well, I think maybe we should start that.
Well, maybe they're not sure it was him.
Yeah.
So the moral of
Oh, there's a moral
the
here.
moral of this
Yeah.
story is
More than that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
work hard. Hard work is rarely appreciated.
Hard work.
Hard work.
Oh,
You
I
see,
see,
Get
I
it?
see what
It's
you
a
did
double
there.
entendre.
I see what you
Yeah.
did
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I didn't write this stuff.
So around the dinner table,
Yeah.
you can give these pearls of wisdom.
Yeah.
Right.
Or, I think you can use these all during the year,
Or
right?
how
I
about
have
some
one
jokes?
more.
There's some jokes you can say around the Thanksgiving table.
No, you got one?
Yeah, well,
Well, we will.
I wanted to
We
tell
will.
you guys.
Well, finish this.
Well, money can't buy happiness, but it's far more comfortable to cry in a Porsche than it is on a bicycle.
That's true.
That's
That's
good
something to
point.
think
Yeah.
about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Think about.
Yeah. You can't buy happiness, but you can rent it
Yes.
in certain places.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
If
Is
you
that what
have-
they call it?
if you have
Renting?
them
Renting?
empty.
Yeah.
Okay. And the only other one I'm going to say is alcohol does not solve any problems, but then again, neither does milk.
Okay.
Ah,
All right.
These are all good. Pearls
These are
of
all
wisdom.
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Those are all I
hope
can
people,
share.
Maybe at the end we can recap these because some people might not have been able
Yeah,
to write
nobody
these
ever
down.
says go cry.
Well, I have one more, and then the floor is yours.
Okay.
Many people are alive today only because it's illegal to shoot humans.
That's true.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
If
That's
we
against
all,
the law.
Yeah.
we all
That's democracy for you.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yeah, and the other thing I wanted to share.
Yeah.
25 paid. Do you know what Black Friday is?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the
It's
day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, good.
When everyone
Okay.
goes shopping.
It's the plumber's biggest nightmare.
Oh yeah, a lot of clogged
That
toilets.
is true.
Toilets and
disposals.
disposals.
You don't put
and-
stuffing down the disposal.
Well, you could.
No, that's what clogs it up.
Oh, all right.
Stuffing
Yeah.
does?
Yeah.
I thought it was the turkey bones.
Yeah, you don't put bones down there anyway.
That's the whole
But
point.
it's the stuffing and everything they try to put in the disposal.
Right. Is there anything healthy about Thanksgiving dinner?
You
No.
can make a healthy Thanksgiving dinner.
All right, Tony.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? What's your,
I'm going to New York to have dinner with my daughter.
Are you
that's
having
cool.
gluten-free everything?
We're going to an Italian restaurant.
Oh, yeah. So you're doing Italian.
Yeah, I'll find something.
Italian? I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like Christmas story. Where
Can
they
we
all
come?
went out to dinner after the.
Yeah. Yeah,
whatever
I think
happened.
that sounds way better, is
Right. That
going
doesn't
with
sound
Tony
bad.
to New York City.
Can we
we're
go?
staying at the Walker Hotel.
I love
my
the Walker
anniversary
Hotel.
is on Friday.
We'll all
Friday.
celebrate it together.
And
Right.
Wow.
we're going to go to the little place called DeAndrea, which is my daughter and wife and I love. And
It
that's
actually
it.
sounds like you have this well thought out.
I didn't do a thing. I'm just
You're just driving.
I'm just driving
Right.
with my wife next to me.
you
Going,
want-
watch out for that car.
you want Artie
you're
to
going
come?
awfully fast.
I can drive.
You know?
I can drive. yeah.
Imagine if
Come
your
on.
wife and Artie were in this. Oh, boy.
It'd
That-
be the last day I'd be on Earth.
Yes.
It would
Or
be.
that last day they'd be
They'd
on
be on
Earth.
Earth.
Right.
One of
Right.
somebody would not get out of that car.
Right. Right.
So we have all sorts of tips for people during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If you're invited somewhere.
If you're invited somewhere.
Make
do?
sure to talk politics.
Yeah.
Always.
And ask
Oh, that's
single
actually on the list.
couples when they're having a baby.
baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually on the list too.
I've never been invited anywhere.
Okay.
Do you just show up?
No.
All right.
I just stay home. I buy some turkey loaf and Swiss cheese, make myself a little sub.
You're lying. I can never tell when he's
That'd
lying.
be a nice.
You know what?
I said,
I
that's
can
what we're
tell you.
doing.
I can
Thursday.
tell you when he's
That's
lying.
great.
You know how you can tell?
How?
If he talks.
That is true. That is
But he
true.
has the dry look. You know, he
Yeah.
just. Yeah, you don't know.
So do you guys, I know Pie Night's coming up.
Yes.
Pie night is
the night
coming up.
before
Do
Thanksgiving.
you know what the most popular pie is in?
Humble pie.
It should be. But what's the most, what's the most loved pie
I think I got this
in
right
America?
when you threw
In
it up to me.
America,
Apple.
It's got to be apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up against pumpkin.
Pumpkin's next.
Right.
And especially in
I thought
the
blueberry
fall.
Was up there.
No, you
You
made
like
that
blueberry?
I do like blueberry.
Yeah.
So should we veer off and ask you guys what kind of pies you're making?
Is it a secret?
Pecan. I'm going to do a pecan.
You are?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to buy it from the bakery.
And take it out and
Just
put...
a small one. Like
Table
I said,
talk.
It's a humble pie. It's a very humble pie.
I'm getting table talk minis.
No, you're not.
Very humble.
I know
pie.
why you're doing that because whoever's pie gets eaten the quickest wins. So
yeah.
if you have a little
I'm the
pie,
current plate holder,
I know you
by
are.
the way. So
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Try
So
it.
you can't tell us?
I'm not going to.
Did you keep the pie for the whole? I mean, the plate for the whole year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where did you store it?
It's under my table.
Okay.
Yes.
It never came out of the box.
Oh, okay.
I took pictures.
Good idea. You should put it in your car.
Yeah.
when
These
you're
guys.
driving.
These
Don't
guys,
you have to put your pie in that plate?
No.
No.
No, it's a commemorative.
It's like a
wall.
plaque.
Oh,
It's almost like a plaque.
okay.
Yeah.
A lot
Sorry.
of
It's
stuff.
the-
lot of
it's
stuff.
the-
lot of
it's
stuff
the-
isn't even spelled
Greg
correctly
Murphy's
on it.
mother
Yeah.
is the name.
Oh, yeah.
Which is wrong.
They left it
I
to
know.
me.
They plan on winning this year.
And I spelled. I left
Oh,
the R
yeah.
out of Murphy, so it said
Muffy.
Muffy. Yeah. And then I just put an arrow in and inserted an R.
That's great.
Because I go, this looks great. My wife goes, who's Muffy?
I don't have a clue.
I know we say it every year, but some people might not know what pie is. You should tell people what pie night is. at
What
Giggles.
Pie Night is?
Yeah.
Well, it's a tradition, and this is the 20th year.
It is?
started by Chuck Shaw and myself. I've been
yeah,
really Chuck
Chucky.
Shaw.
You know Chuck.
I love Chuck.
You know, just by happenstance, we were trading pies.
Yeah.
The night before Giggles, he gave me an apple pie, and I gave him a pie, and then the pies never made it home.
Yep.
You know, because
everybody was eating them?
eating the pie.
Yeah.
So then the next year we said, well, if it get on stage, you got to bring a pie, and then. You know, there were like 4 or 5 pies that year, and then, and now we have
like
something
50.
like 50, 30, or 40, or 50
Well, do they
pies.
get everyone go up on stage?
No.
No,
They
some,
trick 'em.
we have
They
audience
trick 'em.
members bring pie. Matt
sure.
McSheehy has won a couple of times.
very
A
good.
good buddy. He's a great cook.
Yeah,
And
Lou
doesn't
and Todd bring a
Ed
pie.
Sullivan bring
Ed
a pie?
Sullivan brings a pie.
And he's a really
He's
good
really
cook.
You know what
Yeah.
Matt's good as? Chili. He wins all those awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So it's
So
become
are
this
you really
thing.
bringing a pecan pie?
I have a secret. I'm bringing a
Okay.
secret pie.
All right. I'd like to hear from you guys on who
I
wins.
tested out my
and-
pie last night, and it needs a little tweaking, but it'll be good.
Mine's
So you're
the,
making another one?
Mm-hmm.
Gilligan's Island coconut cream pie. Seems like that's the only thing they ate for 12 years.
Do you know that they weren't really stuck on that island?
Oh, they weren't?
You know, I can't believe it. I thought that they really
I'm wondering how that
were.
worked. How do they have
I
transistor
don't-
radios every
And
every
how are
week?
they dressed? Like, how is
How many changes of clothes?
I
did
Lovey.
they have?
know.
Yeah, she had different
Right.
clothes and the same
Do you
thing
think
with
Lovey
Ginger.
went out with anyone else on the island?
probably the
No.
skipper
No, the professor.
or the professor?
Yeah, he was a dog, that guy.
Yeah. But didn't Ginger go out with the professor
In real life or on the show?
on the show?
I don't know.
No.
I think
No.
Mary Ann
No,
did.
nobody dated
Nobody
anybody on
did.
the
No,
show.
I know.
Oh,
It was
that's
the 60s.
crap.
You
I
couldn't
know.
have sex on the show.
No.
On Gilligan's Island.
That'd be funny, an X-rated Gilligan's Island
I know.
show.
Well, I've seen that.
I can't believe you guys are trying to pick apart Gilligan's Island.
we're not trying.
Like it somehow makes sense. How could she's wearing a gown on an island?
That's not
On a
you could do
3-hour
anything.
tour?
You could do
They went
Hogan's
on a
Heroes.
3-hour tour and they never came back, and no one was looking for them.
Plus, how far could you get blown off course? And
Right,
where
a
would you go?
3-hour
I mean,
tour.
this is what I'm saying.
It was actually a 1957 whaler. It's the type of boat it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And it only does 14 knots, which is not fast. And
Wow.
if it was a 3-hour tour, they were only 41 miles off the coast of wherever they were.
Right.
So they said they started at some island somewhere in the
Right.
Pacific.
And they could probably see the island.
They're only, yeah.
Boy, that skipper. He
Yeah.
really screws it up, huh?
Oh, yeah. And then they show the boat at the beginning with like one little hole here and one little hole there. Couldn't you just, instead of building all those huts, couldn't you just patch the boat?
You know, this is the premise to every comedy show in the 80s.
Right.
Everybody had a Gilligan's Island
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
thing about why
Yeah.
they couldn't get
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes.
Why won't you just escape? You're fighting the war from a POW
Yes,
camp.
that was the premise of it.
Wow. All right. I don't even know how we brought
You got
that up.
underway passages everywhere, but you can't figure out how to get out. You're right. South.
So Pie Night is a great.
It's a great night.
for
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, yeah,
and-
yeah. Everybody.
So who's going on? You, Artie.
Cavalcade of comedians.
Yeah, it'll be me, Artie, Lenny, Christine.
Does Lenny actually
Paul
make a pie?
D'Angelo, Dave Russo.
Paul D'Angelo,
Greg
Russo.
Howell,
Christine, does she
Christine,
make a pie?
Carolyn Plummer,
You just
Kelly
get-
McFarlane.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
There's actually more people on
Yeah.
stage than in the audience now.
Brad Mastrangelo.
Brad will be, yeah.
I love
Riley.
him.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
That's a good.
Dan
group.
Crone.
Yeah, we'll all hang out and just eat pie and
Yeah,
smoke
we don't
cigars.
get paid or anything. All his money is Mike Clark and Steve Castrovirti. They must make a fortune. Oh, you should hear Frank ramble on about that. You think they toss us like $50 or something?
You make-
Give us a frozen turkey.
I know, because you
something.
spent that to make your pie.
I know you can't bring pies home
No.
because you've
No.
eaten them all. I know. All right, let's give some
It's
tips.
just a fun night.
All right, so
Great.
Artie,
Yes.
just pretend that you're invited somewhere someday. You should
All
pay
right.
attention.
All right, if you're invited, don't forget to RSVP. I'm telling
I
you.
had that injection. I had that vaccination.
Is that
The RSVP vaccination, yeah.
Is that COVID or
No, it's
shingles?
No, it's a respiratory
infection.
virus.
Oh, respiratory. Yeah.
Is that new?
Yeah.
Is that new? Okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
invent these diseases just so they can make new drugs.
Yeah.
Right. And they can
They used to
inject
just call
us.
it upper respiratory infection.
It's
giving
kind of like
antibiotics.
Hallmark putting together Mother's and Father's Day just so they can sell cards.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
All
the time we were going to start a card,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
a
Remember
greeting
that?
card?
We said, well, the cards are going to say what's really on your mind. You know.
Like, go
So
F
we're-
yourself.
I think what started, you were out looking for.
Don't say who it was for.
For a real good friend, and we came up with the card saying, "I can't find you any fucking card that." Oh,
Right. Because they're like, to my best friend.
Right.
You have
right.
always been there for
Yeah.
me.
So that card's gone.
Yeah. So I came out of the store. I called him. I go, you know what?
Let's start our own company.
I got to write a card because
Right.
I left there after I looked at every single card.
You know, I've discovered blank cards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
good.
That's
I
what I
write
need.
my own messages.
Oh, that's
and
good.
most
I
people
could-
don't want to get them.
I do that as well. I get a blank front
Yeah.
and a blank on the inside.
Yeah.
And on the outside I wrote, if you're a real jerk, you'll open this card. And they're like, oh.
What do I do? Right.
And then they open it. You know, and it's just
Loser.
nothing.
Nothing in there. Right.
Big sign saying losing. All right, so don't forget, if you are invited to a party,
He has the shot.
I
Don't
don't
worry
remember
about it.
anyone if we've ever invited to a house that they RSVP'd. That's
Well,
just-
no, RSVP means you
You just call them
confirm
up and say, yes,
I'm
Exactly.
coming and what do you want me to bring?
Respondez-vous, s'il vous plaît.
Here's
Right.
what some of your relatives ignoring the schedule. So don't say we're eating at 2 and then it's really 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's a good one.
All right.
Yep.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's hard because some people don't like to drive in the dark.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people go hungry.
Well, yeah, and
You
say,
know,
well,
you say-
I won't have any breakfast because we're having an early dinner at
Right,
like
right,
12:30.
right, right.
And then you're
you
eating
get
off
there, you're
your
like,
left,
I'm
right.
not eating. What's going
Right,
on?
right.
here?
Right.
Have some
Crying.
cheese and
And you
crackers.
look- and you
What
look
the
so-
hell?
Well, that's the other
um,
thing. Don't forget to give the appetizer if you're going to do that. You guys already hit on this starting tense conversations.
Yeah, don't
That's
talk
not
politics.
good.
Don't talk
Yeah.
about
Politics
anything.
or
Don't talk religion, politics,
Don't
money.
say-
Don't talk.
just don't talk.
Right.
I like
Right.
to lie about my next show.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, when's your next show? I say, well, I'm going to go, I'm flying out to the West Coast. I'm going to be at the Hermosa Magic and Comedy Show the next coming weekend. Yeah, because we wanted to come. Well, I'll be in Seattle
Yeah, we go, come on
week
down,
after that.
sure.
So,
Well, we could do sign language for have everyone.
Here's a good one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't look at the cream cheese and the celery and go, are you shitting me?
I'm not eating that crap.
Are you kidding me with this?
Who made this?
here's another thing I like to do, stick my finger in the deviled eggs so that they all have
But
like
you
a
leave the imprint there,
Oh,
right?
yeah. And then I'm the only one that can eat them.
They're all yours.
Because I love them.
Yeah.
My mother, God bless her, great cook. Who she could tell when you pull,
Are you feeling okay?
being a little facetious. She used to pull out she used to have the hamburger patties on a cookie sheet in the freezer, and she'd pull them out, and you could see the handprints of her hand on it because she was trying to. All right,
No, did you? Let's talk about somebody we used to work with that used to take would get like at Christmas time get tons of chocolate boxes, right? Boxes
Yeah.
full of chocolates, and he'd literally stick his finger.
Oh yeah. just-
And
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
How else you
Oh,
going to
yeah.
tell?
Or
Oh,
he'd
yeah.
take a bite and put it
Yeah.
back.
Oh.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Because of him, they
Oh,
started
yeah.
labeling the
Label
inside
it,
of the
yeah.
box.
Right.
Cover your meat while it rests.
Oh, yeah, you got to cover your meat.
You only make that mistake once.
that should have been a trigger
No,
warning.
it's on there. Cover your meat while it rests. I read
Yeah,
this on.
sure.
So this was you just.
Some people never let their meat
Uncle
rest.
Sal, you're not. You
trouble.
But if
gotta
you do, you
cover
gotta
your meat.
cover it.
You got to cover that meat up.
I hate all of you.
Now
No, but
your meat.
you
I don't know
skip-
what you guys. What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking anything.
So if you
But
have
you
roast beef on the table, you gotta
Yeah,
cover
you
it. I don't-
gotta
what do you-
cover the meat. You
what are
gotta
you
cover your
thinking?
meat.
Oh my God, that's the biggest piece of meat I've ever seen.
Please
Stop
cover it.
You skipped over a very important
All right,
one.
go
But
ahead.
since you don't cook Thanksgiving,
I know. I
it
don't.
doesn't matter.
I don't.
Who
Um,
cooks?
I know.
I've cooked for 30 years. I'm not cooking this year.
good.
I'm bringing dishes that require cooking.
No, you know what? I
Don't-
guess that's true. So
Oh,
Yeah.
you just have to heat this up?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Or you bring the ingredients and you start putting shit
Right, right.
Well,
together.
that's on there. Don't dominate someone else's kitchen.
Right,
Yeah.
stay
Oh,
out of the
Right?
way.
Stay
Yeah.
out of the way. They already have it all synchronized.
Everything should be come in take off the tin
Sure.
foil
Right.
and put it down.
Right.
Outside of maybe putting it in the microwave to heat it up or whatever.
That's why when I go to a party, I always just bring Slim Jims.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
Well,
ready
those
to
are
go.
very manageable.
Yeah.
You're hitting all these.
Yeah.
Because it's time management.
Yeah,
Right?
Sure.
The meat's covered.
It's all covered.
Oh,
It's
so
resting.
have you prepared your innocuous subjects for a conversation at your house?
Well, that's what they're saying. They said you can't go in and start prying on people. Plus, you got to be ready when they start asking you, like, where are you playing?
Yeah.
You got to come up. You have to have your.
Well, he already knows. He's at the
he's
Hermosa
got it. Yeah.
on the West Coast.
Far away from you.
Go ahead. We're running out of time.
I gotta-
So,
Show
oh
on the moon.
shoot.
Because this is very educational.
So, like, you can't talk about the weather either. Like, oh my God, it's snowing out right now. Or, like,
What a pain in the ass it was to get here.
Well,
You know,
if
I
it wasn't
also-
for your political division, we wouldn't be having this weather.
You
We're
know,
having global warming now.
I maintain that GPS has ruined men's conversation
Oh, yeah.
right, because you got to go up
completely.
there and take two
because
lights
everybody,
and then.
guys, that's how they
Oh,
communicate.
oh, that's a good one.
You know,
Yeah, yeah,
How
yeah,
was
how'd
your
you get
ride
here?
from Albany?
Well, I took
yeah, right.
95 to 128.
No,
and I
no,
went
you
down
should've
to-
gone to Route
Oh, you know,
3.
when I go, now it's gone because we all just plug in our GPS and we all just sit
Everyone
there
goes
going.
the same way.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Took us all about the same time
I
to get
got one
here.
for you.
What?
What you shouldn't do is when you go in and everybody's sitting down ready to eat, you get up, open the fridge, and say, "Hey, you got any of that hot mayonnaise or just something stupid
Yeah.
like that?" You're looking
Ketchup?
in their fridge.
Yeah.
You know what a good one too is when they put out all the food, and you go, "Oh, what? No peas?" You know, there's like 100 things, and someone will go, oh,
There is always one relative.
Didn't you make the green?
Yeah,
yeah,
I had
Yes.
3 kids that used to do that to me.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
be cooking for 2 days,
Yeah, yeah.
and they'll go, "What happened to the buffalo chicken dip?"
Yeah,
No one ever says, "Where's the Brussels sprouts?"
yeah. I always say,
So,
don't want to eat it, don't eat it.
Yeah, that's good. Ooh. All
right.
Go ahead.
Rick, you're saying items that are now acceptable.
Oh, yeah, so they came up with those. I've done a lot of research on
Phones
this.
are acceptable.
That's what they said.
Phones are never acceptable when
Do
families
you guys
are
make
together.
calls while you're having a family dinner?
No.
No.
I
No,
leave my phone
we're gonna end on
upstairs
that.
and
No.
All right.
No, because I read something, and this sounds really corny, but like if you get the chance to,
Well, it sounds like we were ending.
if
I
you
was
get
just-
if you get the chance to be with all these people that you love,
Yeah,
or don't love, but
not thrown together by fate.
yeah, or you're related or whatever
Yeah, 'cause
by
it just
blood.
happened-
DNA.
It just happens to be
Right.
where you
But
popped
But the
out.
fact is, you're not home alone,
Yeah.
and you get to be grateful for what you have. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm
Okay,
going with.
yeah.
So
Be thankful for what you have.
yeah,
Well, there
yeah.
it is.
Count your
That-
blessings.
No matter how bad it is.
Yeah. There's
be-
someone
Know how-
way worse than
Know how
you.
much those family members suck. Yes.
But
All
the
right.
phone is never, ever, ever accepted at the
Okay.
table.
And
I
always
use it in
take-
my back pocket
Yeah.
and just think, "Oh, I got to get this."
Yeah.
It's
And
my
step
manager
away.
from
Yeah.
California.
And
Yeah.
always take comfort.
From the Hermosa.
Always take comfort in the fact that you're not a Kardashian.
Yeah, that's a good
That's a
point.
good-
Right. And then you
Very
actually
good.
have a roof over your head
Yeah.
and food on your plate.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
And
Happy
someone,
Thanksgiving,
and
everyone.
someone actually invited you to
Happy
their house.
Thanksgiving. Adios.
Oh yeah,
Come on.
go,
come
go
on.
Hey.
Warriors! I just figured.
Happy Thanksgiving,
There's a
Tony.
team called
Thanks
Thanks
Warriors
for joining
out there
us this,
somewhere.
for this very educational information on real estate, and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. We'll see you
Not
next
a good
week.
day to buy a house Thanksgiving
No.
Day.
No.
See, we did have a tip
People
today.
all over the place.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.